to have voting eligibility, you must get paid, or a proper number that paid dues, and then a percentage general body, one for last semester and one this semester. We substituted those if we were involved with various staff events. Kapwa Staff. So, I'm pretty sure most of you got through. So, I just wanted to emphasize that because in previous years there were people that would come for one position, and that was really there. Ballots are going to be handed out before each position, and then we're going to be collecting those after the candidate speeches and Q&A. So after every position has gone through, so cultural, for example, there's multiple people, then you're going to go through all the speeches before we collect those ballots. Does that make sense? Also, if we see that you are filling out the ballot before every candidate has spoken, we're going to politely tap you on your shoulder, and then we're going to collect the ballot. Because that's not fair. We want you to make sure that you're voting after every candidate has spoken and given their speech. All right? Doors will remain closed during the candidate speeches, so if you have to step out, just know that you can't come in until the next candidate comes in, right? Or the next position is coming up. And then you must be present for all candidate speeches for each position in order to vote for that round. So again, if there's a cultural, if there's multiple people running, you must be present for all of those people that are running. And then once you do that, you can turn in your vote, and that will be done. And this is the e-board table. We are seeing this coming in and out, so we'll try to go past that.
Crazy.
All right, so for the voting process, you're going to get a ballot. Can you hold up one of those? It looks like that. They're small sheet of paper. To get your ballot to count, you must write the name of the candidates that you want for that position. So, for example, Kevin and Ann, when you click on fundraising, if you want them to be fundraising chairs, you need to write Kevin, Lynn, and Bautista. You cannot write Kevin, and that's it. Because we're going to throw in that one. You need to write everyone who is in that party. You must write all their names together. You cannot mix and match candidates. So if you have, you like two different candidates, we enter a position, so they didn't run together here. You can't mix and match them together because you can throw it out. It doesn't count. You also have an option on your ballot to vote no. So if you don't agree with any of the candidates running, you can vote no, and that no will go towards their count. If you abstain for whatever reason, your vote will not be included in the count. And you can abstain. We're not going to don't put your name on the ballots because
that's not the point.
That's weird. And you won't know, but if you have your reasons for abstaining, I know I've abstained because my pencil and my roommate ran. That's like weird. So you have your reasons, that's totally fine, but just try to vote and make a decision after each candidate or each round. Does that make sense? Any questions? All right, so speaking of questions, we're going to have guidelines for questions this year. There's going to be 2 minutes, ideally, for all the questions that we want. The first questions are for the current staff members holding the position. And so we'll ask current staff members to have already questions that you want to ask, and be mindful of the questions you're asking as well. The second questions are opened up to current staff, so we're going to limit those to 1 to 3 questions. So maybe like the first couple hands that we see go up, we'll just call on you. And please make sure not to ask any questions that might have been already answered already. And then third, questions will go to the general body. If you want, you can go ahead and submit questions to us at the keyboard table. So if you have a piece of paper, just write it down and submit it to us, or nudge the person next to you to pass it. But we want to just be able to review these beforehand so that we're not asking the same questions over and over again. So just pass those paper to the left. And then we'll review those and ask the ones that we think are most beneficial for the candidate. No one ask a question, of course, you can raise your hand. Well, we want to make sure we'll get to the questions that we have first. Okay, I'm gonna have the, or never mind, I'll have this.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know actually if this is true or not yet. You are elected to an executive board specific position
April 9th.
for both e-board and staff,
Transition.
The 9th is a
but
Sunday.
for e-board.
Yeah.
The 9th is a Sunday.
I know. Yeah, I know.
But what about staff?
Both.
What about e-board?
Both. All of us are meeting on April 9th.
Even current e-board?
Oh, okay.
That's my question.
Yeah, that's April. Yeah, then leave it. Yeah, April 10th. April 9th is transition for the new incoming staff. Yes.
So what's April?
Well, 10th is our
Is current e-board.
7:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, if you're on e-board, this is just going to be your first e-board meeting. If you're elected to e-board specific position, Monday, April 10th, which is this current e-board's normal executive board time slot, and then it will change based on your availability if you are elected and you can't make those normal time slots. So try to make that, but for everyone that's applying and gets elected to their positions that they're applying for, it's only staff from the new board that will be there on Sunday, April 9th at 5 p.m. So if you have any concerns, just come talk to us. But we really emphasize these because that's how you start off with a good year, is that you plan right from the beginning. So we just want to make sure everyone's on the same page. And then other important dates, there's usually a staff retreat. That's usually right before school starts in the semester. So if you don't have any vacations or you're going to be gone, you need to communicate those ASAP. Oh, Gala. There's a Kapwa Gala, which is the end of the year general body meeting. So it's kind of formal, not really, it's just like the Sunday's best. It's on April 28th at
6 p.m.
6 p.m. and it's going to be in Concord. So we're going to have a little bit of performances, reception. Seniors wear white. This is like the senior send off for all the SRTs.
And it's also staff.
They're going to be meeting, so it's also like a celebration of the staff transition. It's important for staff to be here because that's when we'll do the actual ceremony, transition our powers, I guess. I don't know. It's just like a cool thing. It's like a cool ceremony. You should get excited for that. Oh, there's like a video too. Maybe there should be. Okay. Today, we're going to do cultural, modern, fundraising, and Webmaster, and then all executive board positions today. Am I missing anything? No. So that's the order we're going to go with. And for April 5th, we encourage you all to be there as well to vote for everyone else who's running. And those will be the rest of the Kapwa staff. That makes sense? Okay. So we're going to go on to the staff positions today, so we can start passing the ballot out for cultural.
I think it's better.
Jesus.
Oh.
And then we'll leave you on 1 minute. So.
I'll give you a minute and I'll give you 30 seconds.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I only got to that second.
Oh, excellent. Good job, Jeffrey. Yeah. Good job. Oh, sorry. Do we have enough? I don't know. I think Russell has more. I wouldn't you? Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
That's Okay, sorry, I didn't know what you were talking about. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't know what you were talking
Oh, there's another.
Hook?
Oh my gosh, more accurate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even
So we don't even get to vote? We have one. I know. I told Mark. Oh, there.
Pen, Russell? Roll it up.
I'm sorry.
Russell, you have a pen?
Do you guys have a pen? Can I have a pen? Thanks. Here, we'll share Coke.
Oh my gosh, I'm making a huge.
Whenever you're ready.
Hi, hello, my name is Kayla Scanlon. And we're running for cultural coordinators. I did cultural dancing for 3 years in high school, and I have been on top of the committee for cultural for the past year and a half.
And my past experiences include 2 years of cultural dancing in high school, 4 years of battle in my group, and a semester of cultural committee in Kapwa.
And if you didn't already know, I was cultural coordinator this year with Janine and Lauren, and last year I was on the committee as well. All three of us have deep roots in cultural dance. It's basically in our blood.
Not only do we have a shared passion for cultural, but we have also previously worked together in during battle of 2016.
Yes, and as you know, battle is a stressful time, so the fact that we worked through this time shows that we were able to establish what our strengths and weaknesses are. More big picture where I make myself approachable to the dancers. I'm someone who likes to work with details and break down the
1 minute left.
the dancers.
And I like working in a structured format while setting reasonable goals and sticking to time.
Together, these traits make us a very strong and balanced group.
And we hope to bring new ideas while fostering the same familial atmosphere that is always that we have always tried to show in the culture.
That being said, get ready. Our vision for this coming year is cook, culture, organization, open, and kinch. Well, I was supposed to say kindred, but
30 seconds left.
you guys are hungry because we're gonna cook you up.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm so weird.
We can show you the richness of the Filipino culture through dishing out intricate. We can even show you how mushroom rivers were used and broken.
We hope you're ready for something spicy because we're looking forward to having a great season. Cultural and flavor and branch that you want to be yours too. Thank you for your time.
Now we open up questions to current cultural coordinator.
So who would be in charge of finances? Is there going to be a way you guys keep that in check? If you always get a lot of money, it's a long process.
I was treasurer in high school for my club, so I'm very familiar with like having to organize things, like money wise, like order things, keep all the money with myself. So I really want to take care of all of that. We're gonna make that.
Second one is management and just the divisions and bounds between you guys, because the way we did it is, well, I was the one that took care of mostly the driving around, the giving the cost of the training. And so everyone went and spent right. So do you guys have like someone that you can do that, because you know that you guys have perfect jobs and now this is what you're
Well, for me, I know everybody just scheduled to make time for cultural in the afternoon, especially if they work schedule, that's hectic for me. And I just got car, so I can be there. We talked about our schedule already, like what days that we expect each other to be there, and days we already know that we can't have certain responsibilities. So I think we're just gonna be very open with each other.
Yeah, and we're gonna try to be honest and really try to be transparent about what we can and cannot do. Because sometimes people might have like problems with, not asking for help because we're really gonna try to just be honest and say that we can. So I also like have I'm gonna have access to the car next year, so
So I had an experience where, when I was at the beginning, and when, Kaylee had field stuff and I've learned field stuff, would you guys be comfortable working individually in case that happens unexpectedly?
I think we'd be fine individually, not just that, but we talked about everybody and how many people we expect. And I think, part of what we want to do with our vision is also having committee be a bigger part, not bigger, but more known, part of just us running. So if, let's say, for example, like these two are busy with something, it's just me, I'll be like, okay, committee, I don't know, we need some more or something. And I think we talked about it, that we're okay.
We have two scenarios. Our first scenario is you have a coach and bad dancer, not because they're bad at dancing, but say they're super involved with combo, they maybe not be involved with the staff, and just that whenever they're there, their distraction, whenever they try to tell, they either tell you that they're not going to come to practice during practice, or they just don't tell you at all. But this person is like, awful, but if people follow and or people. And then the second one is you have this person who's been in cultural forever, no matter what you do, and she's dedicated, but they're not as skilled as a dancer. And when I try to help them, I would do reaching out to help. Oh, good, what are you doing? Well,
Okay, I was gonna say for the first scenario, I think it's really important to establish that, like, no matter who you are, like, you still need to have a certain respect for us so we can respect you. So if you're kind of being a distraction, if you're blowing us off, I think we would have to address that with the dancer specifically. Or maybe on the side, just to make sure that we set boundaries, not set boundaries, but just make sure that they're fine. Maybe there's an issue we're unaware of, and if we set that conversation aside and have it with them, then maybe we can fix whatever the problem is.
Also with that, there has to be clear responsibility that you have to, if you're gonna be here, you have to fully, you can't be causing disruption, disrupt other dancers while you're here. Honestly, yeah, and it doesn't really matter who that is. If they're loved or not, if they're being a problem, it's a problem. So, we just have to deal with that personally with them and being like, if you can't work with us on this, then I'm sorry, then you can't.
In terms of the second scenario, well, even though the branch of cultural has a tendency to seek achievements or, try to achieve a certain level of excellence, but we're all trying to celebrate Filipino culture through dance. That's the whole point of it. If they are truly passionate about it, they're always welcome to cultural, no matter the level of experience or level of past or present experience. It doesn't matter. Like, anyone who is willing to put in the effort will always be welcome to culture. And even if they're not the best dancer, we can always give them private tips or like just just like lessons on how specifically to become better dancers. And if it doesn't work out, then that's the rule.
Thank you, current staff. We'll open it up to all of staff. We'll take 2 questions. If not, we'll do general body, 2 questions. All right, thank you all.
Wait, can I just show you this like real quick? So like, okay, yeah, wait, okay, yeah. So first of all, notice this bread here in the corner. Each part of this is part of the sandwich is gonna get
Wait, what? What?
It makes a sandwich in the end. culturally, yes, we stay true to our roots and share cultural others. Organization, having strict deadlines and structured practice. I think it's something we struggled with this year. So just being more transparent and like keep those tight. So that there will be and then openness, thank you, and communication through coordinating the answers, making sure that they know that we're comfortable talking with them one-on-one or even in groups, like it doesn't matter that they know they can talk to us. And creating a team and a real tie, a warm environment, and stronger bonds to other people. So not just having people be incomfortable, but also making sure that you're attending other people's events.
Thank you. Can we have Modern come up and then pass your ballots to the left?
Wait, tell Julia.
Oh, Joneel and Brandon and Justin, can you please step outside? For this questioning, we'll only have Alyssa be able to ask questions.
Yeah, can we get some pens?
As long as you put all of the candidates.
Do you want me to help pass it, Charlie?
Can you collect them?
Oh, yeah.
Can you make sure that Jen is on? Thank you. I don't know. Come on. I don't want to get some. Just put keyboard on top. Did someone take it? Someone's already got some oh, there are.
Wait, get my ballot. Wait, who's passing out?
Can you remind them not to? Oh, you tricky. Charlie, can you remind them not to vote until both candidates
Wait, my ballot.
Or is it not vote? Oh, I did vote. Wait, did someone take mine? Or did they?
Wait, some of these are secretary.
Look, my dollar just says Jordan.
Some of these, some of them are
Extra for modern.
secretary. Wait, where's the rest of modern? There's modern.
Extra, some here.
This is secretary.
Wait, my dollar just says Jordan.
Well, if we're counting them,
Actually, your ballot is now void. Wait, did anyone else? Everyone have a modern ballot? Okay, thank you.
Extra.
Oh, thanks. You can say it.
Alright, I forgot something. We're being live streamed right now, so sorry if you didn't know that before. But that's this is on our Kapwa page, it'll be public. Second thing, we're gonna limit current staff questions to 5 max, so 3. And then 3 for current staff, and then 2 for general bodies. So just pass questions, even current staff, if you want to just ask questions. You can do that on our and then just a reminder, please do not go until all the candidates. We saw a couple, so we're gonna take them. I just did that. Alright, thank you. Alright,
Whenever you're ready.
whenever you're ready.
Hi, I'm Brian.
I'm Christina.
We're gonna run for a modern court. Yeah.
Okay, so why we're running is basically, well, you guys know that we're in the current court, so it's a little awkward to be here again. But we just want to share that being in a lot of courts this season and on committee last season helped us grow that idea of like family within Kapwa, because it's what Kapwa tends to do, is give us an opportunity to create bonds with other people. So everyone in the modern for us has become family, and for us it's given us that like sense of pride seeing everyone grow as individuals, and even like especially with the dance
Because like in comparison to how everyone started like in NIM per se, everyone that's on NIM has gone now. Has grown so much even though they haven't noticed it, and that's what makes us so happy to be in the position that we're in right now.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about some reasons why we're qualified. So we
One
both
minute
have,
left.
we both have experiences in different styles. So like I have hip hop, I have contemporary, hip hop, contemporary, things like that. She's like cultural and hip hop. So we feel like our versatility in dance styles allows us to understand more about what dance is and our experience in that. We have experience in leadership, like Chris said. We were on Kapwa Modern committee, so we were part of that committee to help redesign Modern. We're courts now, so we have a really good understanding of the logistics of Modern. So like that's cooperating with eBoard, group residents,
30 seconds left.
collaborating with PSO and whatnot. And we both have experience in choreography and teaching, so and that's like a really core thing about Modern.
So that basically why we want to run again in continuation is because we feel like Modern itself has not been established completely. So of course last semester and this semester we tried to do that idea of inclusivity and growth. However, we still get those questions of why is Modern and where is Kapwa, and together we want to.
Okay, thank you.
Alyssa, you can ask 5 questions.
Okay, so something we talked about is having a community. So we didn't have a community this season, and something we wanted to do for the next year is to have a committee. And we really want this committee to be more involved in the hands-on of Modern. So like that could be like really like immersive, like helping to teach, like coordinate like practices, helping with lead stretches, this and that, helping to plan. Like let's say we have a vision, all the time be like, oh, what ideas do you have? I feel like in the end, our committee is going to be that gateway for them to want to run for future Modern stories in the future. We're not going to be here forever, obviously. So we really want the committee to be that gateway for them to really, so it's kind of like interns in a way, yeah. So that'll be their gateway to experience Modern and hopefully feel motivated and inspired to run as a board.
I feel like if it came to that part, like where like the differences in dance skills, like so extreme, having a training program, then we might incorporate it next year. But it's gonna be more different than if you guys are freshmen, you guys understand that Modern had a training program before. So it's not gonna be like that. It's more like we think that growth is very important to everybody. It's more like we're just giving more attention than possibly everybody else. But then everyone together is going to be growing together. It's probably a deep times. But then for the audition process, it'd probably be more like how we did it this semester, where everyone will audition and possibly maybe that dance will be placed, but we want to just see that they're like, oh, they're not that good for the rest of the semester. We want them to learn like every dance just to see their growth in each dance, especially since all of our sets have different styles of dance within them. So we want to make sure that they're at least the like appropriate level, but also inspire them and challenge.
So we talked about how to structure Modern throughout the year as a whole. So we envisioned Kapwa Modern during the fall semester to be more PCN, more like inclusivity based. If you kind of think of it as cultural, it's more about NIM, it's more about impact. So we want to perform impact from a NIM, kind of incorporate that that Filipino heritage kind of thing, yeah. And then like cultural, where that second semester is more competition based, more competitive, we're gonna aim for that same structure. Yeah. So modern in the first semester would be more introduction and knowing how it works and like getting a feel for getting comfortable with it. And then the second semester is gonna be more challenging, but in a good way. Yeah. If they had a new, let's say we're like coordinating practices, we're watching on that. If we see that they have a negative impact because they're being egocentric, or they're making others feel bad about their dancing, that's just unacceptable. Yeah, because especially for modern, we want to really incorporate the inclusivity, acceptance, and family, and like that kind of energy is just unacceptable. So if we were in that situation, we would definitely talk to them on the side and talk about how serious they're actually doing. And maybe they don't need to do that. We don't know that. I mean, it just depends on the context. We want to inform them that, like, even though like you may not know you're doing this and you're doing it, and we would just ask them, please don't do that. Otherwise, I mean, if they don't want to do this, then we would just ask them to leave or we kick them out. It's like in the end, like we care more about the majority and that positive energy that we want to express and all that. So.
So, what do you guys want to do? So I kind of learned place that division where possibly like I'll be talking to my best friend, but I also have to realize that I am will be. So it's like it's important to create that separation because it's important for people to understand that I take my position seriously, because if I don't, then I can basically be able to so it's more like, even though it's obviously hard because we're talking to your it's like kind of makes sense. It's professional, there's professional relationships as well as student friendship, and you have to understand that there's time and place, or you have to talk to that person specifically, even though like, it'll be hard, it's something hard.
Thank you, Alyssa. We have a couple questions from staff and general body, so we're just gonna cap it off at those. How will you help integrate modern back into Kapwa and its branches?
If you didn't know, we did a cultural and modern collab. That was like the first time thing ever. So, and that was like, personally, that was something I always kind of dreamed of. So I thought that would be cool. And so it was, to me, that was a success, and we hope to have that continuation of modern collab and cultural, and we just want to collab more with branches. So we've done fundraising. If you didn't know, we fundraise. We collab with fundraising to do to sell donuts. We've done collaborations with.
Advocates, so you mentioned workshops as an advocates committee. So I have that ability to advocacy if there's like the mental health programs, using as a as well as helping community service and love our survey. So we just want to like kind of make other branches see us as like a resource, and like that we're also very open to the left and hopefully being part of those community and not only like possibly for Kapwa, but other organizations.
In addition to that, you wouldn't think this would make a big difference, but I think in the past for modern, you wouldn't have like let's say there's a staff member in modern, I feel like normally directors wouldn't be like, does any staff members have any announcements? Like should we make announcements? I don't think that's a thing in the past. Even though that's a small thing, advertising other branches of Kapwa and encouraging those and people who are just in modern, like do AKB, do advocates and stuff like that. I think we would, like, even though we're just advertising that, and that's a lot, it still has a big impact on just getting that out there. Yeah. So like even this year we did the collab with some advocates. Just like putting that out there GBMs. I mean, not everyone's gonna like listen to it, but just putting that out there is just gonna provide that opportunity and outlet to be known.
Next question from experience of being in modern, there weren't any warm-ups implemented before practice. So how will you improve that for next year?
Yeah, this year we wanted to do warm-ups more, but like because we started a little bit later in agricultural, we didn't get all the time. We had to decide between doing warm-ups or focusing more on learning the actual craft, doing formations and all that. We didn't want to cut time away from that, but because next year we'll plan to have a full semester, even with the committee in the fall, we still started late. But because this will be the first time where we get that whole year, we're gonna plan more accordingly, where each practice is gonna have start off with like a warm-up and stuff. And we talked about this. It wouldn't just be like warm-ups like jumping jacks and like stretches. We want to do more warm-ups where you get to explore your body. Let's say there's like a freestyle warm-up thing. Yeah, let's like play music. Just allow everyone to just explore their body and explore their body with music and musicality. We want to incorporate those kind of exercises too, so that you're not just so you're also growing in that aspect.
This is the last question. If someone is very invested in modern and their grades are suffering, will you touch base with them and collaborate with academics to fix the problem?
Yeah, of course, we don't want you guys to put all your one should take modern seriously, but for you, you pay a lot of money. So, like, of course, we want you guys to take your grades seriously, and like ourselves, we also are balancing school and currently being director as well. So we know like how to manage our time. So we're supposed to make a lot of classes very nice. But then it is like necessary to the point where it actually is like negatively affecting them greatly, and of course we would want to reach out to academics and encourage, obviously like encourage them to work to go to academics so they can take advantage of classes.
Yeah, like if it became known to us that someone was doing so well, then first off, like right off the bat, academics would be a great resource to go to like, for help and all that, especially because you have these study halls. You have these study halls where you're surrounded by people who genuinely care about grades and are passionate about education. So like that's already like a great resource in the environment for like anyone that you have.
Thank you.
They have a thing that they come with the email.
It sounds like
Whenever you're ready, you can start.
Hi, my name is Kapwa.
I'm Reverend Justin Hidalgo.
So first we're going to start off with dance experience. So I've been dancing since I was 5 years old. I've been trained in ballet, jazz, and hip hop, and I was able to continue my dance journey through Kapwa.
My dance experience is fairly recent. My dance training began to use the contemporary, and I did ballet, jazz, modern, and then I continued with Kapwa.
And my dance experience is very, very recent. I was only in kitchen last semester for the semester, and then I left with Kapwa. I was a logistics coordinator, and I also did cultural dance, such as
So our goal as co-directors can be said in one sentence. So we want to promote creativity, enthusiasm, inclusiveness, and integration with the Kapwa community as a whole. And we can reach these goals in 3 different ways: through Kapwa collaboration, performances, and team structures. So first off, we're going to talk about.
Okay, so for team structure, one of the things like host workshops.
1 minute left.
So that way, just if you don't want to perform, if you're on monitor, you can still go to the workshop with the experience you want, but the stream you need. And then we also want to have dance halls where like you can schedule an appointment with one of the coordinators, and you can just practice on something you need to practice on with them. Or also do like a couple monitor videos, monitor and show what it's all about.
So for performances, we have various performances, opportunities to participate. And this is something that we can also project to Iowa as a whole and to the Chicago.
And collaborations, historian, ex-modern, such as dance videos, athletics too. We're thinking of like throwing a Zumba class out there, and exercise.
So why do we want to run? We want to help share the creative outlet for students to de-stress and express themselves and have fun through the limitless form that we call dance.
We also want to spread our passion about modern, passion about dance and receive that passion back. Also, very good.
Okay, thank you.
We welcome up questions to Alyssa again. By questions next, and then for everyone else, if you have questions, please submit them up here because we'll just be taking those.
So we're thinking like, since I was a logistics coordinator last semester, I've been in charge of attendance at roster, whereas Brandon would be in charge of dance halls. Like, people can make appointments with them, and then they can reach out to a specific like choreographer or committee member through it. And then Jolene would be in charge of like room reservations and like reaching out to like event planners.
And obviously when it comes to events, we can all talk about our ideas as a whole.
We're gonna have like auditions how they were like this semester. We're just gonna have to make choreography and just like we're not using that actual audition, using that placement to see where your level of experience is at, and also using it like placement for the first class. So it's not really auditions, like pseudo auditions that we just see where you're at.
And as for groups, like people could be in a group with whoever they want, just so they're comfortable with auditioning. It'd be like a similar structure to cultural, where like if they want to put in that effort in the group, it'd be something modern as well.
Let's say for competitions and everything, we're gonna need to just be like a group discussion. I don't know about what they're modern and stuff, see if they're comfortable with meeting and not just exhibiting. So it's more like a group effort.
Last question.
So have you guys been balancing professional
So like if anyone knows me, I just want to shit on, right? But at practice, I wanted to be like what the Lord did during battle. Like, she was kind but also strict. Like when people were out of line, they talked down a little bit, just like they quiet down. Maybe pull them aside, they like, hey, could you keep it down a little focus because performance, something like that.
Also, we want to focus on the comfort level of all the dancers. Of course, we have to keep our image like we're Kapwa modern choreographers, but we have to not necessarily, we don't have to yell. We're not the person to yell. We want to show that we're making the best decisions for everyone in the team. And obviously, this is a whole discussion for everyone on the team.
All right, we have 3 questions. First one is how do the 3 of you think you will work well together, being that this will be your first leadership position?
Well, all 3 of us are interns on modern already, so we talk about like ideas that we want to do in modern. So, we can still talk about it what we should do, talk about like maybe more about doing modern practices. So we communicate a lot now.
I think that's
It's okay, it's fine. What would be the timeline of these events that you proposed, and how will the year look like? Practice schedule. How will the practice schedule of the year look like?
So we really like how our practice schedule is right now. So Tuesday through Thursday. As you can see, we have like a whole list of collaboration ideas. We're not expecting to have everything on this list checked off this year because it's extremely overwhelming to see. But it's all about time management with other branches and time management with the dancers. So we can talk about it with other branches, other directors of these branches, and work out something that will please everyone.
And for example, like I was an academic intern, and what she did, she made a Google Calendar set schedule. So if we're making a collaboration, it would be us, and then with another group, and then we could both edit the calendar to fit that schedule.
Okay, and then the last question, in regards to auditioning for placement, some people just don't have as much experience as others, so they were consistently placed in the back or like or at the ends of the dances. So are you going to do anything to change this? Are you going to have anything that helps them grow as dancers so they do have that chance to be in the front?
Yeah, for the dance halls, that's what like their mentor like little like extra training like outside of practice. That way we could work with you to help you like fix a certain move, make something look cleaner, so that way we could like change their position where you're like placed at. So for the dance halls, like we're just like working one-on-one with you to help you like get to the spot where you feel comfortable.
Yeah, and also doing workshops, like thinking of doing workshops all that semester. So we can just improve on our abilities and be more comfortable performing as well as learning new choreo. And obviously, like, sure, your dance ability may not be the best, but the most important thing about this is that we're all having fun here. We all love dance, and we're all just spreading our passion for dance with one another.
Sorry, just to reiterate, so is there like upward mobility kind of like if they improve, are they like change then? Like, does that make sense what I'm asking?
Yeah, I say that they would be like, if we see improvement,
Yeah.
we could like take that into account for
Thank you. Go ahead and cast your votes.
Because two Saturday and then 3 what's the schedule? Jeffrey, can you collect?
I think Maddie's done.
Okay, yeah, can you collect? Okay, fundraising if you want to set up. Kevin and Ann can step out. Dana and Ivana, you can step out. Hi. Oh, I'm good. Okay. Hello. Are you collecting them? Are you passing them out? Hello. You're good. Thank you. You're good.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys. Hello, they're right. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but if you are participating in cultural music performance, I know that it's at 9:30. We'll push it to 9:30. So at 9:30, we'll leave respectfully.
Thanks, Lawyer.
Thank you.
return them back.
Does everyone have a fundraising ballot?
No, not me.
I don't have one. This was okay, there's just the 40 seconds. Okay, perfect. Everyone has a ballot? Okay, please give them your attention. Whenever you guys are ready.
No, wait.
Oh, never mind.
No.
Okay. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Good evening, my name is Dana Vita, and my name is Ivana. We are both sophomore nursing majors ready to be your 2017-2018.
We are running for this position because we want to be a major resource in Kapwa to raise funds for any future events. Although fundraising may be seen as a small position in this organization, it is a crucial resource in Kapwa because without it, many events wouldn't have happened. Our vision is to effectively collaborate with all branches with effort to support them with a sufficient amount of funds. We want to ensure no one has to be concerned about monetary issues when planning for the event, as we will organize them thoroughly and tight.
Fundraising events that we thought that was successful and efficient this year with high staff and space and game grants. We want to continue those Kapwa traditions because members were able to interact with each other through these events. Other ideas that we had in mind were possibly to incorporate fundraising events with
1 minute left.
modern for dancing telegrams and having maybe a philanthropy event between social justice and historians. Although there's so many ideas in mind, we also plan on utilizing other resources such as Felicia's or Chipotle to fundraise money for our organization.
As previous staff members from being co-AKB coordinator and co-historian, we grew a deeper passion to continue being leaders of Kapwa. Although there is more room to grow, we will take our experience and skills and use them to fulfill this position. That being said,
We put the fun in fundraising.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. We hope they consider us for this position.
Sorry.
We're gonna change it again. Sorry, we're gonna do 3 questions for current staff, but I checked with them, so they're cool with it. And then we're gonna do 3 questions total for the rest of the staff, and then 2 questions for general body. But if you have your questions, just give them to us, because then we can like speed that process up. Okay, go ahead.
So our first question is, as nursing majors, junior year is the hardest year. How do you expect to both balance doing fundraising and academics and other extracurricular activities that you might be doing?
well, from being in staff this past year, it was pretty hard. Also being a nursing major and also balancing being involved with like modern and like, cultural. So we really like did well on that this year. So I think we have a good like grasp of how to manage our time with nursing and everything else for next week. If like we were become Chairs.
I also feel that if it comes to it, we have to like sacrifice whatever we have to. If we can't do that, then we can't do that. Kind of thing.
Cool. Okay, by the way, I love your hashtags. So, okay, so our next question is that the fundraising that gives us the most money for each committee that comes to us are grants. So how do you plan to delegate if there was a huge workload?
We really have to like balance our time with that. Since we want to become fundraising chairs, this will be our priority, but also the nursing too. But we'll have to spread out the time. So like per se that cultural wanted the candygrams to happen, we wanted like in advance so we can plan that out well and organized.
You have one last one. So fundraising's main goal is the fire contribution, like we just said. So how would you organize if several committees wanted to do a fundraising around the same time?
We would like to ask if we were like the 2 weeks advance notice.
We use a Google form, so we want that to
make it more organized, and we like starting the school year of next year. We'd want to ask the staff members or like the branches to start thinking of like if they want fundraising to happen throughout the year, but we also still want that 2 weeks notice, so we have everything planned out.
All right, current staff. One more. Okay, those two. Nicole.
So I know both of you have been on staff this current year. How well do the both of you think you can work well together? Sorry, I don't know how to English. You know what I mean.
So, I live in Fairfield and like, my mom was always at Fairfield. But anyway, so like, that's not gonna be the case next year, but like, we're both nursing majors, so like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be spending time together a lot, and we're gonna, like, we're both organized and our, our traits, our skills, my creativity from being an AKB coordinator and the Ivana's organization skills from being a historian.
I feel that since we're both nursing majors, we can both understand the hardships that we're going through. So that's too.
Lauren.
So if you do cultural acts fundraising this year, very last minute, like almost less than a week before it happened, for help. And it was during battle, and our needs were due. And so I know you said you would like us to notice, but one of the drastic situations, like you only have 1 week to do it, and you're also participating in that, if that makes sense. And then like, you know that the like committee that you're operating with should help, but like we couldn't really help much because we were like putting that off. You know, like how would you handle that?
So we don't want to say no, obviously. We really want to make it happen if we're in that situation. So like, okay, right now it's like up in the air. Like, maybe we can like make a fundraising committee to like help us too. Because I know with like at the Charlie, at the Marine, they had their roommates help them with the whole candy grant. So, but it really like works out. Like it's like there's helping hands, like because that's like a whole like a big thing. So maybe we can have like a committee for that.
Two from general body. Lauren.
So, like, what if, like, someone like asks you this last minute, or like, you don't raise enough money, or it's just not a reasonable request, like, how will you handle, like, telling them, hey, this is gonna work out, or like, if we.
Well, it's all about improvising, I guess. We can like, I'll feel bad if we say no, but like we're human and like we're only 2 people, so and there's like so many branches in Kapwa, so like unfortunately we have to say no. Not to say no, but like we'll work it out. Like hopefully we'll have another fundraising event for them in the future. Just like not during that time, if that makes sense.
Any last questions? Thank you.
Like I can get from here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God, sorry. So Spider-Man. How do you feel? Tell me how you You're good at the time.
Hi, I'm Amber Casey,
Kevin Lynn.
and we're running for fundraising chair because Kapwa has been like an influential organization to us, and we want to give back to the community, and I feel like we're going to give ourselves to do it.
So like the primary goal, like our vision for fundraising, we talked to like Nicole about something, how we we want to like specialize, like have like a specific fundraising event for Kapwa, so like you guys know what you're doing. UC Sasa has like samosas or like DeFi is known for their Krispy Kreme. So like I talked to Ralph, and we talked about like maybe getting a discount in the future for like his other rolls, which they sell for $20, $25 for a tray, but like in the future maybe you can give us a good discount. And like I already asked now, so like I should get his dad all the time. By the way, it's not local chicken. So yeah, that would be just like individualizing fundraising for Kapwa, and that would be something consistent. Because I know Kapwa has for fundraising, Kapwa has problems sometimes with like individuals like
1 minute remaining.
paying out of their pocket, and so that would be covered if we did it consistent.
I think Kevin and I are very organized and clear, and we work together well as a team. So we're going to divide the work equally, and I think we should like plan way ahead of time because I know there's been like complications with Saka before. And then we want to advertise our events more because if we open it up more to the people of Loyola, then more people and
30 seconds left.
And just like some like new and old events, like we understand that like old events have been successful. So I talked to like Range Farmer, like we're like those events in there. So Candy Grand for like $350 for cultural, so like I'm going to do that again probably. And then I talked to Raja for the 5 event, they gave $145, so we'll probably do that again, but in the outside space, so it's not that like messy. And then we'll do Krispy Kremes and other things too, but like we'll also like have other ideas like anyone. And then like a new idea like I wanted to like implement was I was a part of fitness stuff for very
Thank you.
Alright, 3 questions for Marie.
So both of you guys being in sororities and frats, how do you guys expect to balance fundraising and academics? And if there was such a situation where both aspects of your guys' like lives happen at the same time, how would you guys handle that? That applies to both of you guys.
well, like if we get the position for Kapwa, we'd obviously prioritize that over AK side or AK9. And like me and Ann talked about it, like we're not running for a position like she's not running for AK position 85, and I'm not running, there's like elections already for AK side, I'm not running for any for that. So like, you choose how active you want to be in the organization. So like there's like I know like there's like brothers who like aren't even active in AK side because they're involved with like internships or jobs already in like other organizations because there's for AK side citizens fraternity, so there's brothers and they can be a part of the sorority and frats too. And they're like more dedicated to that. So like Kapwa is not really a frat, but like if we be on staff, we'd be prioritizing Kapwa over the frats sorority.
yeah, and if we get this position, like this is a responsibility, and I'm like totally into it. Like I like 110% of my effort into it because it's a responsibility.
Yeah, and then as for academics, like I switched to also to management, I'm like doing really fine. I'm doing good in those classes. Like I'm not even worried about like if I'm gonna struggle in the future. I just want my own credit, so I got really organized this year. I thought like a youth planner, planning everything out of time.
Yeah, the key to everything is just being organized and like manage your time. Yeah, because like when I told people I was in battle, people were like, "Oh my God, you're a nursing major, you're gonna do battle." Like, like it's not impossible. All you have to do is be like organized.
So, the fundraising that we made every day, that's what spent most money. Okay, but most money are like candy and stuff. So how do you plan to delegate if there's?
Exactly.
How do you delegate if there's a huge workload?
Oh, like so yeah. You guys like I talked to you guys about like committee. You guys don't have a committee, so like with fundraising, like you work with all the chairs, right? There's like 5 like academics. Also, there's like anagrams. Just like honestly, if you're like if you're working together, you're gonna just split up the work together. So like fundraising will probably do like the majority of the work. But then like you can have your friends help out. I know you guys had help from me, Melissa, and so on. But yeah, it's just like division of work and like it's like all for Kapwa. We can find plans like all of us.
And last one, fundraising main goal is to acquire funds for each committee so they can each do their events. How would you organize if several committees wanted to do fundraising around the same time?
Like basically that's like just planning everything ahead of time. That's why I was like get like all ideas planned out like for 1 month or 2 months together. It's like and it's like being really clear with the committees like what they want. But sometimes there's like confusion with like they want like food or like you want something extra. It's like being really clear at the beginning.
Yeah, we have to be clear at the beginning of the year, like we have to make like a payment plan, I guess, about like what you want, so then we can have the money to raise for it.
Any questions from staff, current staff? I see, I'm gonna give it to Jeannie, Chris, and Matt.
Okay, so we had a scenario, where we had to raise money, we weren't expecting like, funds like that. So would you guys be open to the fact of like fundraising with like a week or less notice? And how would you handle it?
I think we could be like a week should be good. And it's like just adding like all the like with the week, like just knowing like what has to be done, so we can like work within that week.
It's like some other money that and then we'll like brainstorm ideas like how you guys are making grants last minute.
Chris?
I'm just like brainstorm my ideas. Like that's how it applies to like being really organized. But with that, like if an emergency situation would come up, we just have to like we'll probably like work together and like work with like other chair that needs like money to like brainstorm like quick ideas like raise more money.
Matt?
Okay, so Kapwa is very diverse. This is just like a question for me, but out of all of the positions, what specifically do you guys choose? But can you like share a little bit more about why you guys chose fundraising, why you guys chose together, why are you passionate about that?
Well, for me, I was like in a lot of organizations as like a freshman through year. So UNICEF, I actually had UNICEF is like main goal is to fundraise because we're like making money for kids around the world. So with them, I had like so much fundraising one day with like they did like a UNICEF tournament for like basketball where a lot of people paid and raised like over $1,000. They did like a 4v4 tournament. And I like participated in that, like helped organize, and that was like something I really enjoyed. And it's like for me, so it's like maybe making money for Kapwa is like how you can get back to the organization, like because like if you're making like a lot of money for Kapwa, then like less people like be stressed with not being out of the pocket, especially like for cultural and just like like dealing with money now because I'm in business.
Well, I've taken a part in a lot of like fundraising things in the past. Like for my sorority, we raised over $10,000 for Mom and Dom Fest, and then I just participated in an anatomy fashion show for the Vital National Medical Fraternity, and we just raised $15,000 for Children's Medical Network. It's just like nice to know that you're raising money for a good cause. Like, I feel really like that it's important to give back to your community.
Yeah, because like Kapwa's been like really influential in ways, so it's like a way to get that.
Any general body questions? Oh, Melody.
Mine's kind of a twofer. So first off, like you guys are both new to leading something in Kapwa, so like how do you think you guys are gonna handle that? And also, why are you running together? Like more than just being friends, like what makes you good as a team?
Okay, can you say the first question?
Yeah, like you're first time leaders, so like
How do you?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like being like I'm gonna be an incoming senior, so I feel like it's like being part of Kapwa for like more than 3 years. It's like last me in like a leadership position and like to me like the pledge process for AK Psi is like really intense and like it like really works on your like leadership skills. And that's like I feel like I can use the things I learned from AK Psi to apply them for Kapwa.
I've actually had leadership positions in the past. I was co-president of my club in high school, and I also took on a leadership position this year. So how to like be organized and lead a group of people, but also not be bossy in a way. I don't know.
Yeah. You can read your second question, sir.
Yeah, like why you guys are running together. It's more than just running because you're friends, but like why, like what makes you guys good as a team?
Well, like being for like close friends, we know like our strengths and weaknesses, and it's like we know how much like I know like Anne like nursing, I know she has like and she's in the sororities, like I know, and she's like still doing good in every single category. She's not like one like not lacking in one. Really hard worker, and that's why. And she knows like I have 21 credits. I'm an intern for AK Psi. I'm also part of KSO. It's like we just know like we're like organized. Like this year, like we're like really good. Like really organized at a time, and we're like really hard working students.
All right, thank you.
Oh, you go first.
We're both ready.
Crystal, if you want to set up.
Who are we voting for, Cole?
Thank you.
You don't know? Really? I was torn between the last one. But this one I already know.
You haven't. Exactly. Can I be here to ask questions and not vote? Oh,
Thank you.
that.
Can you go first?
Yeah.
Why are you closing that? That's how you. No one else is. Everyone's closed to them.
No.
Oh.
No, haven't. You did play right. But did you pay?
Did this guy go to GPM?
See, I told you. Are we meeting? Say that. Are we meeting? I forgot to give this to you.
You have paid.
Thanks.
Can we pay?
Yeah.
We're stepping out. We do have paid in cash. No? We would have paid in cash. You can pay now if you would like to. Yeah. Okay. No. Everything? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. KALA. Yeah.
What's her?
Wait, what did she say?
Can we still vote for fundraising? Even though I'm
Yeah, you're fine.
No. That's cheating.
Fine.
Isn't it you going after this?
Yeah. I'll be the rest. All right, but where's the other? Make sure there's some people that can. Like who?
No, you're good. You can sit down. Hold on.
Who can't
Hold
vote?
on. No.
Chelsea. If you gave her one.
And Mom.
She can't. Why? She didn't do this.
Ah.
The biggest fence is
Wait, there's a blank one. You want to?
Let's go again.
So I'm just re-adding it so I can add a period.
I'm gonna write myself in.
I'm gonna write you right? Yes.
Wins the coin.
Wait,
Accept.
back.
I think I've got some.
Okay, let me check.
Would it be in like the history? I can check.
Yeah, I can check this. What's I don't know.
Let's start soon.
Let's go.
Oh wait, you did pay. I remember. Yeah, I do.
I thought I did. Thank you.
Yeah, very one.
Who doesn't have a Webmaster ballot? Just you.
No.
Does anyone else not have a Webmaster ballot?
I don't smell like
Okay, if you don't have one, then just take out a piece of paper. You can write your name. No, abstain. So this will be Crystal. She'll be the last one for the committee-specific positions.
No, they're not.
And then we'll take a break, and then
They're
we'll
not
go
till
to the
Wednesday.
board-specific positions after. Okay.
That's not it. These are all extra. Oh, where'd you put this?
Can I just use this one, Charlie?
No. There's no more Webmaster? You have my paper. Yeah.
Okay, whenever you're ready. Hi, Kapwa. My name is Cicero Gassa, and I am running for Webmaster for the 2017-2018 school year. I was your Webmaster this year, and I believe that I have the capabilities and skill set to fulfill this position once again. So I'm just going to go into my experiences. I made all the flyers and designs for the Council of Pan-Asian Americans from 2015 to this year. I'm currently the art director for Flightless Bird Creative, which is a production company located in the Chicagoland area. So basically, I design logos and whatever's needed for the set that they're filming, or, things like that. And finally, I design for Kapwa. I've made logos, flyers, Snapchat filters, t-shirt designs, whatever, for this organization. I've had a lot of fun doing it, and I really believe that
1 minute left.
I'm going to do the same thing again next year. So a good webmaster makes the difference between a daily routine and a rewarding social media experience. And if re-elected, I want to integrate design more into the daily workings of Kapwa. For example, we had a really successful year with the Kapwa Snapchat, which because I believe that providing real-time updates of what the events and activities of what Kapwa members do throughout the day is really innovative in itself, but adding a visually appealing filter to it will really present Kapwa in a positive manner across campus, across the Midwest, and even beyond. So skipping forward, I have big ideas for this position, ideas that I will strive hard to materialize. I believe that this role, this webmaster role has a great role in betraying Kapwa's reputation through the creative outlet of graphic design and website update. Thank you.
All right, I'm done. Sold.
We're going to have staff go ahead and ask questions. We'll take 3. Lauren, Russell, anyone else? Okay, just you 2. Russell.
Okay. In terms of, I guess, thinking about the future, how do you expect, do you plan on using some sort of committee or something in order to plan for future events and train the future
I don't know, possible webmasters for Kapwa?
Yeah, that's a good question. I really do, because I really want to lay down like the foundations for future like potential webmasters down the road. Because I just don't want it to be just me like doing things. Like I want to set up a committee. I want to like show them like how I do it, like what I do. And yeah, like yes, basically.
And then, thank you for so I know that based on your last week, how do you think
The committee. Well, I would start off like based off what they already know, like if they have prior design experience, and of course if they're willing to learn, like I would be definitely open to teaching them. I would definitely want to convey to them just like the importance of like visually appealing filters and designs, and how important it is to like put in effort, like balancing, not just balancing time and school, but also putting forth effort in both things. So I would definitely work on that with them.
General body, I'll take three. Chelsea, and then Pat.
So in the webmaster position, previously it was the graphic design, so website, social media. This past year, the website hasn't been really touched since when I was webmaster director. But do you plan on bringing that back? If not, or if so, your plan, that you're talking about now, that you're going to do this year, upcoming year?
Working on the website was definitely like one of my plans for this past year's like my position as webmaster. It was just difficult because last semester I was working 2 jobs, working 23 hours a week, working 18 hours like at school, and that was difficult. And then this year, like this semester was also difficult, but I have been working on something for the website. I plan on using it kind of like as an archive, like as I said with the Snapchat filters, like you could save those because they would have like a date, they would show the event of like wow, what they were up, and I would like upload it to the website and stuff like that. So the website definitely isn't like dead, but I just haven't had the time to like come back to it, but I'm definitely like working on bits and pieces of it.
Okay. Any final? Right.
So say, there is a branch needed a flyer for the case that last minute, how would you work with that? Or if you organize some Google form, some format where you would take it from the
Yeah, so I definitely want to institute like a Google form, just like what you need, like time, location, date, whatever, like just so it's easier for me instead of like having to like keep asking like numbers, questions, what you need. As per time, I don't really see that as an issue for me because it's happened like this year before where people will ask for like a banner the night before, but I've gotten it done, so I don't see that as a problem for me.
I think you have the last one. Okay. Otherwise.
Can I show mine tonight?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, so it's like a banner, flyers,
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, we're gonna take a break. 7 minutes, is that okay?
Yes.
And then come back. So what time is it?
47.
So at 57, just be back here.
Should I pick them
Not
up?
9 o'clock.
Should I pick them up? Or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Please turn in your ballots.
Oh, give your ballots, please.
I have way too much
like, what are
fun.
you looking? What?
No, just things happen during that speech. That was the funniest speech you got.
I haven't even looked up my speech, you guys.
Oh?
I'm just innocent at this point. I know. Oh, there's my bag. Oh.
Really fucking gray or
I made it super aesthetic. Nice, okay. How long do we have? What time do we need to be back? 9? Okay, great.
9? Charles, that's a long break. Wait, you said 9?
People are leaving. Just kept going.
I know, we should have just kept going.
Oh, keyboard. Are you gonna run against me? I have no idea.
So rude. You were talking to
iPro. Smart. ePro.
It's like you're one yard like
You guys don't have to wait.
Sorry, that's too close to the vote.
Treasurer, secretary, us. Wait, you don't have to wait. It's gonna be long. It's okay. You guys can go. Thank you though.
I have like 20 seconds.
It's okay.
Oh. You combined two.
You guys can go. Oh yeah, that's what I thought when we were gonna run online.
3. Chase people. What's the question? Because you guys said, oh, 4.
Wait, there's 5 speeches left.
There's 5
speeches left. So tired.
Okay. If we're aiming for 10, then you think we'll be done by 10? How many ePro positions are there? Who's the first one?
Honestly, look how many people are left though. There's not gonna be a lot of questions.
I know, I don't want to leave, but I'm hungry.
You can leave.
But I want to vote.
We were all unopposed.
I can abstain. Yo, put my name on the ballot. What is this?
Stop it.
I'd make a great coach.
Bro,
Prize. Fuck.
no one's running for party chair.
Stop talking about party chair.
It's okay. No, they're running during on Wednesday during staff positions. Wait, is party chair an e-board position or a staff position?
Staff.
Oh, okay. So everybody's running on Wednesday. We got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Can you compete with our collection?
Are you staying?
Do you have a two-floor house?
How do you plan to collab with fundraising?
Yeah, that was you.
Damn it! I should have asked fundraising. While Crystal was presenting, I was just like, she was just telling people, yeah, like, I've gotten flyers and banners done the night before, and I was like, oh yeah, she's definitely done that for our co-parties. She's definitely collabed with co-party chairs. I'm talking to my co-party. Hey, co-party chairs.
Meeting?
What if we're being recorded? Wait, really? This is my committee. What if we? Oh no, I don't want to talk about it for being recorded.
12:39 is your committee. What you talking about?
Yeah, honestly.
I'm sorry. Oh man, I need to race late. Yeah. Take care.
Not next week. Bye.
We got
The week before finals.
Yeah, she like says hi to me now. She waves to me. Like earlier, well, I was in line.
22nd.
Earlier, over in line. She was just staring.
Are you coming? 22nd, Saturday.
So I know she's paranoid. What are we doing on the 23rd?
Oh shoot, I haven't trained for that.
Skip it. Wait, did you guys make regionals?
No, we haven't had sexuals yet.
Sexual.
No wonder you didn't respond.
I was wondering who the fuck.
I know, me too.
Oh shit, no kissing.
My favorite was the plate.
I still haven't been reimbursed. Paula. Oh my god. Gross. Paula. I still haven't been reimbursed.
Why didn't you tell me this, last semester?
And you, Jared, is
Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
My sister's gonna get
Yeah, her.
Why does everybody have me?
During
Wait, I don't know.
I might
Because otherwise I would have seen it. Yeah, it was like a damn flower.
I don't know.
No, I'm talking about the one from Duncan. Not Nim. I got that reimbursement. I'm talking about Duncan.
Yeah.
Oh, Evan.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least it's during your last year of Frisbee. At least it's during
I'll
your
remind
last year
you
of Frisbee.
someday.
Do you have another tournament coming up?
Okay, well, you gotta remind me.
Bye.
You have to remember within this week, because once the 10 picks, those duties no longer belong to me. And I will no longer have cash on it.
Wait, this is a live feed?
Way to go.
I definitely said ass master like 4 times.
Text me before you go.
Yeah, I gotta study. It's okay. You can
I'm
leave.
coming back to the shower.
You're on TV?
Wow! Hi, Mom.
You're so weird. Charles. Bye. Charles.
Who's watching this?
Can we start?
No one?
Can we
Oh,
start
God bless.
It's like it's 5 minutes to Kapwa and
Bye.
my mom saw me cry.
I left to buy a drink right now and I missed.
Girl,
You better control your thirst.
I have like one question.
I'm so sick. I'm bored. We didn't have one. No, we didn't, because I wore coral and you guys matched. Or you wore navy, and then Carlene wore gray. Oh, girl, I'm talking.
Can I have my t-shirt?
We have a picture.
And my socks.
T-shirt and socks.
You took my t-shirt from
Oh,
Face
yeah,
Up,
I
and
have
you have my socks.
Yeah, I have it.
Why?
I was gonna ask it. Yeah, I'll ask it. Ask her other questions.
Hey, I'm actually gonna go home right now and grab my stuff. So I also have to take care of the shift.
Okay.
So I'll probably come up here afterwards.
Yeah, we can just leave it.
don't even know what that means.
Can you guys let me know where this? So I'll probably miss that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also being streamed.
What's the order?
Mark, Cat,
Wow.
Paula.
Thank you.
I really want to be there for you.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take note. We will first. Then oh God, I can't handle 3 days of voting.
4 days of voting. You like to
I have to vote for Virginia.
I have to vote so that you don't lose.
Wow, my boots are this. Take a vote.
It's okay, neither did my roommates.
And Kayla.
No, Kayla just went to go. Mark, you can go set up. One.
Like one.
Of course. Yeah.
That ones are just so tiring.
Like the chicken tenders.
Oh shoot, there's 3 viewers.
He's like over here.
Let's do it, man.
What? Okay, we're gonna start in 1 minute. Melody Beth, tell me to do what? Mark, change the thing. Hi, my name is Mark Gonzalez. I'm running for internal PR officer. That's all. Oh my God! Was this my phone the entire time? Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
It's really
All right, let's get started. Please take your seats.
Yes. I'm not moving.
Whatever. I'll just sit on the opposite side of my phone press.
Oh.
And then ultimately,
Are you also cultural coordinators?
We are the Kapwa dictators.
Yours?
My waterfall.
We lost our 3 viewers. Of course we did.
Can we lost our 3 viewers? It's because Jeffrey kept saying ass.
I like your shirt. I was there when you bought it.
I like your shirt. I have it in white.
I also have it in white. I also have
But
it in
Nicole has it.
I also have it in stripes. Wait, where's my socks?
Yeah, that too.
I gave you your peach mango pie and you didn't bring up my socks.
I was supposed to bring the socks.
why do you not like nurses? What do you have against nurses?
Yeah, you'll play my
Okay, please.
No. It's a nice woman.
What? Literally, the one day I wear color. I never wear color. Because this is the only color I wear when I wear color.
Yeah, 2 questions for everyone. 2 for everyone. Like 2, 2, 2. 2 current, 2 staff. Not to choose which one I want to ask. I'll ask the other ones.
I mean, I kind of do. I just need to figure out how to say the word.
She'll probably answer that one. Okay, everyone please take a seat. We're gonna start soon. Look at it.
Anyone have a ballot? All right. Mark?
Yeah.
Lauren, sit down.
Whenever you're ready.
I'll wait for Lauren.
So my name is Mark Gonzalez, and I want to be your internal public
Relations Officer for the 2017-2018 school year. So when I come to Loyola, I didn't know what Kapwa was or really had any idea about what it was about. It was by complete chance walking out of the org fair that I was pulled to the booth and was welcomed to Kapwa and informed of its inclusivity, support, and love. I attended the first GBM on my birthday with every intention of leaving 30 minutes early, but I honestly lost all track of time when I sat down, and it's still one of the best gifts I've ever received. But why does this story matter? From that moment on, I dove headfirst into all that Kapwa had to offer. I have a comfort zone, but with the promise of support and guidance, I chose to do everything. From my first ever cultural performance at Sacred Heart for Cultural Night, to joining Rice Bowl and playing football for the first time in my life. These amazing experiences I've had cannot be replicated, and as a hopeful officer of Kapwa, a leader amongst our organization, and a fellow Filipino-American Loyola student, I want to be able to encourage new, current, and prospective members to step out of their comfort zone and experience what Kapwa has to offer. I plan to continue my predecessor Melody Beltran's video updates of upcoming events and GBM recaps. In addition, and in good faith of the collaboration efforts among the branches this year, I look forward to working with both Kapwa and the other orgs here at Loyola to spread our value of brotherhood. Because of Kapwa, I can stand here and say proudly and with every honest light in my heart that I am a first-generation Filipino-American student. My journey with Kapwa has just begun, but if there's anything I've learned thus far, it's that Kapwa is home and Kapwa is family. I am Kapwa, you are Kapwa.
The third. The second.
You must stop. Okay, anyway. So my question, so I'm gonna follow my path with the videos. They are a lot of work though, and it was hard to get them out at a certain time. Like Kapwa always has stuff going on, so I guess I'm wondering, are you gonna make like a schedule for yourself where you pretty much are like, I have to put something out by this time? Because I was kind of playing it by ear, but it didn't really work out that way. So I'm just wondering what you think.
So I will probably create some type of schedule. Like I said, since I've gone through like most of the branches here at Kapwa, I have a pretty good idea of either who's a part of them or who's in charge. So really communicating, collaborating with the different organizations that we have within Kapwa and seeing like maybe when all of the things come together, for instance, like NIM and Rice Bowl, they happen almost in a day within each other, or VATs and things like that. So probably having it within that month of the most busiest schedules, or even just depending on how the events are spread out through the year.
Then in regards to collabing, it's really difficult to get people to respond to you on time or even just plan stuff out. Like maybe they will answer you, but they'll be like, oh, actually nothing works for these next like 3 months. So I guess how do you plan on making these collab events happen and getting people involved to actually plan stuff?
So with that, so that kind of ties into like past experience I've had kind of with this position, communicating with others to meet specific deadlines or to work around other people's schedules. But from middle school to high school, I was the president of my class for 5 years. And currently, since 2014, I volunteer for the Heal Youth Leadership Organization, where I'm a junior staff volunteer. And I work a lot with talking to different schools to meet deadlines for initiating prospective members, fundraising, and things like that. As far as with the different branches of Kapwa and trying to be sure that we are met within a timely manner, I probably would initialize first an email and just try to keep up with at least 1 or 2. And then if need be, I will go in person just because I am pretty familiar with the most faces that are out here and I have no problem meeting in person.
Oh, are we staff now?
Yes, staff.
Everyone eating too.
Hand first. She's gonna do the classic. I don't know. I was gonna do that too. Okay, so I'm a freshman. This is I'm new to Loyola. How would you sell Kapwa to me at the org fair in 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Ready, set, go.
Hi, my name is Marcus Wallace, and I'm a member of Kapwa Organization.
Oh God, I'm uncomfortable.
Organization here at Loyola. We have a lot of different branches here, such as Kapwa Keys, athletics, really anything that you could possibly want. It's a really great way to step out of your comfort zone and meet other Filipino Americans, or even other students at Loyola, as we hold a diverse population here.
You brought that upon yourself.
Well done. Do you have a different question?
Okay, my question is, what can you bring and what can you bring to probably your because maybe with this one, how will your past experience how will your past experience reach your goals and what are your goals?
So with my past experiences, like I said, in the Heal Right Youth Leadership, I have worked and been privileged to work with tons of different leaders. Most of the time we come together for a week or 3 days. So being able to work with dynamic leaders and maybe even introverts or extroverts has really aided me in kind of figuring out what the best mode of communication or even being able to just collaborate with them. As far as my goals for Kapwa, I really want to continue to stress the idea of collaboration. I know that it has been stated that it is an overwhelming task and it can be difficult times, but I feel very confident and I'm very prepared to do what it takes to continue the collaborative efforts. And my main goal is to continue to exude Kapwa's idea of brotherhood, inclusivity, and love. I've known, like, in these past couple months, I've heard some, like, people from outside of Kapwa have had to say about our organization, and I really want to try to stop those like stigmas and ideas of like they may have had a bad experience with one person from there, but I really want to extend that it doesn't recognize our organization as a whole, and that we are rise above those challenges in our respect of others.
Any general body questions too? Maddie?
So you're going to be working with a co in this position. How do you plan to hold each other accountable and splitting up the work and that stuff like that?
As far as working with Co, who I think right now running is Kat, we have worked to actually discussed different ideas and the goals that she both has for reaching out for MAFA and external public relations, and my own ideas of working on the inside. I am very open to her ideas and being able to work with her as far as like workload or anything like that. I kind of forgot the question. To be honest.
So you're going to be working with a co. How do you plan to work with them? Because you don't get to choose who your co-pro is. How do you plan to work with them and hold them accountable for things? Because you do split up work as co-pros, so how do you plan to hold them accountable?
I mean, the biggest thing that I think for that is communication and being able to respect each other's responsibilities. But as to hold them accountable, I would remind them that they did run for this position. They knew very well of what they had of us, and to hold each other to those standards, even if it is just myself, to hold to my own standards that I have set, or even his or her own standards for what they have set. But to really stress that it is a position, it is a responsibility that we signed up for, and in order to do it to the best of our ability, communicate on what they may need more from me or what I may need more from them.
Thank you. Thank you.
General body have a question? Last question? I have one. Only if you guys have one. Okay. As an executive board member in particular, it can be quite demanding, and there's a lot of things that could be asked that goes outside of the realm of what your position holds. So how do you plan to take care of yourself and have that self-care? That's really important, because there might be things that you will have to get done, but it's important to be sane and make sure that you can have that mindset to get these things accomplished. And
so this year, that has been kind of an experience that I have developed. So right now I have 2 planners that I keep, one for my external events and classes, and also one separate for Kapwa, different practices. And it really comes to, like I said, prioritizing your time, knowing that you have a responsibility not only as a student, as myself, but also, as you said, self-care, knowing when to say, no, I wouldn't be able to do this, or saying, like, I can fulfill it to this degree, or if I really need the position, I'm willing to like make that sacrifice, as all of us and the candidates have spoken, sacrifice what we need to do, what we have to do. Thank you.
Good. Fantastic.
No.
I got
this. Let me just open it down.
I say no.
Who's that?
Very hard
Zero?
no. I say no. I got
Why
it.
is this so tiny?
Just write in Mark Rosales a second. I think he'll be Mark.
I'm gonna this out to the people.
I wrote Mark Rosales.
Skip those first.
What?
I don't know who to vote for. Mark Rosales is on the ballot.
My goals are really
Mark Rosales is second.
Your shit.
I know, that's amazing. Oh, it's my baby. Let me know when to don't get to ask me.
Hi everyone, I'm Kat Maxino and I'm running for the External Public Relations Officer position for the 2017-2018 school year. So my mission as Ex-Pro is to uphold Kapwa's mission statement through strategic outreach strategies. And I have that I've divided into two different objectives. My first objective would be to increase Kapwa's social media presence through using different social media platforms such as Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and the Kapwa webpage, because I feel that in the age that we're in today where social media is ever present, it's really important for us as an organization to be able to branch out using all of these different platforms to successfully promote and execute our events. And also I want to be able to strengthen Kapwa's ties with both MAFA and the Loyola community. I want to maintain our legacy as MAFA's 2016-2017 Breakout School of the Year and strengthen our presence at Loyola and relationships with other Loyola organizations through fostering deeper relationships with student orgs, collaborations, and just generally making stronger relationships with other MAFA schools like FIA and UMich and all other schools that are included. How do obviously, this is all like kind of difficult to explain, but how do I know if everything's working? So there will be generally, hopefully, increases in social media following, increased activity of Kapwa members, increased alumni like participation, and increased attendance by both individuals from other MAFA schools and non-Kapwa members at Loyola. And hopefully,
Hi, Kat. So I like the PowerPoint, and you seem to have a lot planned. External Pro kind of has a lot going on for it because not only are you a co-pro with the Internal Public Relations Officer, you're also the MAFA rep, which may include different duties and MAFA reps meetings every month after every big MAFA event, which is kind of extra and like not part of, it's not stated in the Constitution that I have to do that, but it's sort of my role as a MAFA rep, as well as doing e-board duties. So it's kind of like a 3-for-1 position. How do you plan to deal with all of that, plus school and any other commitments you might make?
Past semester and a half, I've really learned like participating in a lot of different Kapwa branches like actively, like not just kind of passively. I've learned a lot to manage my time and set schedules for myself, set like goals for myself even, like, and of course there are sacrifices that have to be made. Like if you can't like participate in one branch, you have to realize that this is a position that you ran for, where you're supposed to be held to certain ideas, and you have to take that into priority first.
My next question is a scenario kind of like the last one. So MFAS is coming up. How would you convince me to go if I don't really know what MAFA is? I've never joined a MAFA family. I don't really know what MAFA stands for. How would you convince me to go in 30 seconds? Go.
Hi, I'm Kat. Well, MAFA is the Midwest Association of Filipino Americans, and it's kind of like Kapwa, but even bigger. It's spread out to different schools, including UIC, U of I, UNISH, UMIN, and plus like a lot of other schools. And it's like a lot of fun, and it's basically a conference about your culture and learning about how to apply your culture and applying it to social justice issues and like other problems within like the world today, and learning to be a better leader and incorporating your heritage into that. So yeah, it's really fun. You meet a lot of great people, and you just learn to network more, and you build great connections with people that you never would have met otherwise. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Melody and Lauren.
So as obviously as things you mainly do with outside of school, MAFA, introduced to the board, and so just a bunch of different. But as a member of the board, you not only have the board here on staff, what can you bring to the staff, and how do you allow your help strengthen the message? Well, I think that's a question about my past experiences yet, kind of. Well, with like, I've had a lot of past experiences with leadership, like in high school. I founded our school's Korean Cultural Association, the Asian American Association, and I was an active member in both of those. For Korean Culture Club, I led that club for 3 years. And then with Asian American Association, I was secretary. So I'm very comfortable like serving as a liaison. And I feel that since as like an expert, that's what you serve as, really like a liaison between our school and MAFA, our school and other MAFA schools. I feel very comfortable doing that. So yeah.
So going back to the other slide about all the social media that you want to do, that's a lot of social media that you plan on posting stuff to. So I guess, how are you gonna handle like are you gonna split up like what types of announcements go where, or like are you gonna have Mark helping you, because this is just a lot to take care of?
Yeah, of course I want to have Mark help me, obviously, because it's both of our responsibilities to do PR. I really wanted to, with the Kapwa page, I wanted to work with Webmaster to hopefully improve that and use it as a way to recruit new members. Because when I first heard about Kapwa, like I was looking through the pages on Loyola's website, and the website wasn't updated, like, and that was something for really me, like I felt that it's important to like update it. Like, so kind of with Instagram, I wanted to do kind of like a staff e-board handoff. That was more of like personal, like getting to know Kapwa. Like that's Instagram and Snapchat where you learn about us and like where you learn the personality of Kapwa, not necessarily the front of the road, like who we are like as an organization, but like you get to know like different members and like how different branches work, and it kind of fosters further participation within different branches. And then like obviously more like announcements and events and promoting events is probably more Facebook, Twitter, and of course webpage would be kind of everything. But yeah.
The general body. Kind of a two-part question, but what's the one objective you have, goal you have that you feel most confident in? You don't have to explain it, just tell me what it is, and then I'll go on to my second question.
Like which one I feel
most confident?
To be honest, let's see. I think probably social media at this point. Like it seems very daunting because I don't have a lot of information up here, but like
they're set up in 3 different ways realistically. Like the web page is where they're all used to recruit, I think. But Facebook and Twitter would have a different purpose than Instagram and Snapchat. So I feel like since those are 2 separate like ideals, it's very easy. It would be significantly easier to do this one.
Okay, so my second part is, I'm your president, and I ask you, okay, this is really outdated, and I'm not liking some of the content on our group page on Facebook.
Of course.
And on Facebook, or so that's Facebook, and content on the web page is outdated, and then Instagram is just ignored. What's your first response to that? As Maddie is the predecessor, she had always had an answer to everything, and so trying to see what your response would be.
So for my first response, which one would I prioritize?
Nope, I'm just asking what your response would be to that all my list of things that I noticed that you had. What are you going to say to that?
Of course, I would take into consideration all of what you're saying, and I would evaluate how the web pages are like now and see what I could do to make them better so that they promote us as a better organization. And of course, I would try to use all of the social media pages equally so that they're all fairly updated and that they're all not out of date.
Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Do you always have an answer for everything? Thank you, Kat.
Thanks,
Alyssa,
Kat.
if you want to set up.
Here, take this.
What? I don't want this. Which, to be totally honest, I can't English, so. Alyssa, I really like your shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I really like those. This might be good.
Does everyone have a ballot?
Wow.
Okay. Where does it say that we have people?
We have this because we have no people.
Oh.
Am I allowed to vote?
Let's vote.
I do my mom waiting for me to cry. Is this Charles?
I like your shoes.
Damn, look who's matching with keyboard though.
Ah. All right, whenever you're.
Oh.
Okay. Bye. Thank you for coming. Please come Wednesday. They're going Wednesday. Okay. Shh. Whenever you're ready.
Hi, Kapwa. My name is Alyssa Pilak. I'm a sophomore majoring in biology on the pre-dental track, and I'm here to express my sincere interest in the position of treasurer for the 2017-2018 school year. The past 2 years, Kapwa has been such a big part of my life. Whether it was through cultural performances like VOTB or going out and serving the community, this organization has allowed me to create so many memories with amazing people that I will never forget. Because various Kapwa branches hosted a lot of fun and successful events this year, I want to provide the Kapwa community with even more occasions to bond and form relationships with each other. As treasurer, I want to work with upcoming staff members to be able to create the funds for future events that will allow Kapwa to unite and grow as a group. With my organizational skills from budgeting and reporting payments for being a dental assistant, my skills in providing a friendly and appealing environment through my work as a visual associate, and through my fast learning capabilities, I hope to become a dependable asset to this organization. I believe that Kapwa deserves the best and deserves to develop even more than it has already. And if chosen as treasurer, I will work to the best of my abilities to help give Kapwa another welcoming and exciting year filled with love, laughs, and a ton of enjoyable memories. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Okay, so with there being many Kapwa committees, how do you plan to allocate those funds to them? Because all of them ask for money. Sometimes there's more than one group asking for money at the same time. How do you plan to for those groups?
I would communicate with my fellow e-board members to see what, or to help collaborate with me in order to distribute this money. And hopefully these branches would tell me ahead of time so that I can plan accordingly. And
My next question is, with the budget funding that happens every semester, Saga is very detailed and you have to follow every single rule or else nothing happens. Say you come across something that you're not so sure about, how do you plan to deal with that?
Since I don't know a lot about Saga right now, I plan to take the time to learn more about it, like the ins and the outs, and hopefully I can communicate with you too, and to see if you could help me, and yeah.
Charmy, do you want to go first?
Okay, so since treasurer is also handling money and also fundraising, how would you utilize fundraising as a resource?
If Kapwa needs more money for whatever event, I would collaborate with them and ask them and work with them and ask them to help me fundraise and brainstorm ideas with how to raise this money to ensure that Kapwa can reach its full potential and to have even more successful events this year.
My turn. My question is, what qualities do you possess that will contribute to eBoard? Like leadership skills or your own personal skills?
I am a very organized person and I am a fast learner. And because I've never been a treasurer before, I know that this position will be a learning process, but if I am elected, I will take the time and dedication to learn about this position, about the duties that I'm given, and especially with Saga because I know that they're difficult to do with sometimes. Yeah.
General body?
That's kind of situational. So let's say that there's a committee, they either didn't tell you that they bought more things than you were expecting, so they spent more money, but they still want you to reimburse them. Or they're asking for money last minute and you can't really do anything about it because they didn't fill out any forms or stuff like that. How do you plan on approaching them with that issue? Because it's not sad, so I guess what are the steps you take to kind of alleviate the issue?
So I guess I would talk to them one-on-one and discuss the problem. And if, sorry.
It's okay, it's a question.
Yeah, I would communicate with the other e-board members in hopes that they would like help me with the situation. And I would communicate with Fundraising Chairs again and see if they can do anything to help me out with it also.
Any other questions?
Sorry, one more question. Okay, so with Kapwa being such a big organization, everyone has their own preferred method of paying, whether it's cash, Venmo, PayPal, QuickPay, Square Cash. How do you plan to organize all of that? Because Kapwa isn't allowed, per SAGA rule, Kapwa isn't allowed to have their own bank account.
I would download all those apps. I'll probably set up like a Google Sheet or something like that to record all of these payments so that I don't lose track of them and to keep everything organized.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
They weren't going to do me, right? Were they the ones?
This is, oh my god, girl.
My bad, I thought they were extra. I'm sorry. I didn't make it. I thought they were extra.
Make her cry.
It was cool.
Yeah, Kayla. Go, Kayla.
Excuse me, I need my list of questions.
Carmen passing them off.
No.
Thank you, Charmy.
Not me.
No, wait, no.
Oh my god, this
Jeffrey.
ballot's closed. This one's closed.
Russell.
People.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Carly.
Whatever.
Hi everyone, I'm Kayla. I'm a junior accounting major here at Loyola, and I'm a driven, hardworking individual that would love to take on this position. Over the past semester, I've actually been working with our current secretary, Russell, to learn the ins and outs of what this job entails. I have learned how to create new sample reservations as well as submitting an activity request form. Keeping up with certain deadlines is very important with SAGA and is very important to this position. Over the past year, as I've learned that keeping up with deadlines and keeping organized is important for not only the secretary, but also any position on the board. Being the organized person I am, it's very rare that I've ever missed a deadline. And with all the different events that go on between Kapwa, whether it's meetings, practices, or general body events, it's always important to stay on top of these things. I go up to the secretary, I plan to keep open communication with each staff member and whichever committee they hold position on. Whether it's making separate group chats on Facebook, group me, and text, I plan to keep this open communication so there's nothing misunderstood between us. I want to be able to help these members create their events, planning them, hopefully getting the ideal thing that they want. Kapwa's made a great impact in my college career so far, and I'd love to take on this leadership role to make a positive impact on other Kapwa members. Over the past year, I believe that I've grown a lot as a leader, and I believe that you can never stop growing as a leader. If elected as secretary, I hope to continue to grow as a leader in this organization. Thanks for your time and consideration.
Be relevant.
Right, I have a list of questions first.
That's blank.
Wait, okay. First, so one of the issues that I was running into was that in terms of the Google Doc that staff has to turn in, I did ask for like a 2-week period before their event, but there are definitely some instances where people could not turn it in on time. How do you plan on enforcing that rule and dealing with, missed deadlines? Because, yeah.
I just plan to continue to install it into the staff members' brain that this deadline is important, especially with activity request forms, with it being a 2-week deadline. If it's not turned in on time, then the event doesn't happen, or it would have to happen at a later date. On our drive, I plan to move the forms just to make them a little bit more visible, because I know it can be hard to search through the drive with so many documents. And I hope that would change that.
Cool.
Like piece of paper.
Second question, you have a position in your sorority, correct? Yes. How do you plan on balancing the two?
It actually has a position for a semester now, and the treasurer for Kapwa and the fundraising chair for Kapwa. I feel like I've done a pretty good job of balancing the two. My position in my sorority is a lot less of a time commitment than it is to be on the college board. And over the year, holding my position and also being involved in the sorority, I have definitely prioritized Kapwa a lot. I pretty much go to the required events that I'm supposed to go to for my sorority, but I pretty much choose Kapwa over all of that.
Any staff questions?
My first instinct was to go on to 155 and just look for people whose space available right then and there. Sometimes those things do happen, and so it wouldn't happen again. I'd like to just make sure that confirmations are being made. So making sure that we get our emails, if not, contact whoever is in charge of that, and making sure that we do get those confirmations.
Never mind about my question.
Cool.
Never mind about my question. Same thing.
Any general body questions? Kayla.
Yeah, Kayla.
Go.
Come on.
This is the second.
The third, actually.
It's actually the fourth. I think it's yes! Look at their color coordination. That's white.
Oh wait, I didn't.
That's it.
Give me a bell.
It is past Nicole's bedtime. She goes to bed at 9.
Gotta do that every
For
year.
anyone who's on staff within this upcoming year, I'm in bed at 9. So if you message me after that, I'm not sleeping out. Like, I'm not like 16.
That one actually.
I have like 15 hours a day that you can contact me. You can't contact me before 9 p.m.
My balance.
She will actually only contact you.
Give me a fourth,
I
a
will
third.
you can only contact me if you speak fluently in Tagalog. Okay. Be here. Why? Why?
I vote no.
Let's go, Maddie Portillo.
Whenever you're ready.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kapwa Staff. I'm Janine Louisville, and I'm Maddie Ronquillo, and we are running as Kapwa President and Vice Presidents. We're gonna introduce ourselves again. Again, so I'm Nicole Colostro. I am a junior. I'm an exercise science major on the physical therapy track. I'm currently the vice president, and previously I was the fundraising chair.
I'm Janine, I'm a junior, I'm a psychology major, and I am the current cultural co-coordinator, and I was previously co-AKB Chairs.
My name is Madeline Ronquillo. I go by Maddie, though I'm a junior. I'm a double major in PR and psychology, and I'm currently the external public relations officer. With that being said, we'd like to present you our platform for this upcoming year, which we're really excited about. So for our platform, we kind of made this metaphor of a boat and its surroundings, and this might sound a little weird, but if you stick with us, I think it'll make a lot of sense. So this idea was kind of created out of the idea that Kapwa, both the concept and our incredible organization, means unity, it means not being alone, it means building relationships. So we took the idea of our relationship.
Oh my God.
With Kapwa to create this platform. So first, Kapwa is the boat itself. There are different parts that make up the boat, different materials, just like there are different individuals, stories, interests, majors, and branches in this organization. But each part, each material is essential to keep the boat floating. Without all of us, the members of Kapwa, we don't exist as a special organization that we are. And the sea represents the community. We may be a pretty big boat as an organization, but we're not the only one here. We, as one single boat, as Kapwa, set sail in an adventure to seek out opportunities and encounter other boats or organizations. They may be nearby, like in Loyola, or in the Chicago community, or they're far away, like in the greater Filipino American community. But we want to find other boats or organizations, big or small, to network and collaborate with. So we run waves in the sea, and those represent the difficulties that we face and overcome together as an organization. But with strong materials and like strong individuals, we can get through even the toughest waves.
The sail is what keeps the boat moving forward. So it represents our intention and our passion within Kapwa, our mission statement, and the reason we exist as an organization. We want to continue to inspire our staff members to strive for a separate passion and purpose among the general body members, and find pride in being a Kapwa member. We also want our staff not to forget why they intended on being staff in the first place and why they chose to be the organization. The wheel is the Kapwa staff, and it's because Kapwa staff guides our general body members and steers us in the right direction. Staff is comprised of both the e-board members and the committee heads. Together, e-board and committee heads are leaders in Kapwa. It's important for staff members to be on the same page and work towards one goal because we're all navigating one boat, and we can't go in different directions. If that's the case, it'll never make it to shore.
And our shore is representing our goals, whether that may be individual goals or even goals within our committees. We want to help guide all of our members to the shore to different goals that they choose. And then lastly, the anchor, which is our roots. We, as Kapwa, a Filipino organization, we want to remind our general body members why they chose to be a part of this organization. So such as upholding these Filipino or Filipino American values, such as family, hard work, hospitality, and community. This is the way we choose to execute our events and then how we choose to carry on throughout the year with our staff.
1 minute.
So what is the point of our platform? By using a boat as an easier way of understanding our path as an organization, especially this year, we began a path of collaboration within our branches, within the Loyola community, and within the Mako sphere. The purpose of this metaphor is that there are still other boats. There's still other boats, such as organizations to encounter, and other islands or goals to visit. But none of it is possible unless we are all board together and we are all working to steer cohesively in one path.
We want our members to keep in mind 3 goals, which is to start, integration, and inclusion, which means SIG, like seasick. What's your purpose, how will you implement your goals, and what do we want to learn, and how can we fix it? So for our staff, we want to see continuous motivation to have attention in every Kapwa event there is. We also want to support cohesion and increase it among staff members and make sure that no position is held separate or above anybody else. To recap of what our overall is, and our ship has sailed. Thank you all for your time.
So the first question, in previous years, especially with Carly and I, experiences that we've had being on e-board itself, not just our presidency position, but just being an e-board member, we've faced a lot of adversity. We've had budgets denied completely. We've had one of our presidents actually paid $1,000 out of her own pocket, or their own pocket, for the headliner. There's issues with membership that they have to deal with. Lots of internal conflict between boards. Luckily, this past year, we haven't had anything even come close to that type of adversity. But it is a real possibility that we've seen in our time here at Kapwa, and we've, as our platform and the things that we wanted with Kapwa, we definitely don't want those to happen ever again. And we just want to know how you would kind of handle through the rough seas in your individual positions. So I'm expecting an answer for each one of you, and how you handle that.
So one of the first things that I would do is use our resources. I know you said in the past to us when we Nicole as e-board members that we can use you as resources as well as alumni. So we want to reach out to you guys, especially because me and maybe Nicole as an e-board member this year, and because this is her first time on e-board, we've never really experienced those sorts of hardships. And since you have, we want to use you and your experiences as part of our going through those rough seas, because we value your time and experience.
But if I get a new number,
I can see you definitely. Going on from Maddie, another resource that I would say, depending on the situation, would also using our advisor, Mark Anthony, to our best abilities, if that does come to the point that we need it. Other than that, communicating, like being very personal with the situation, whether that's being like a staff member or a general body member, I think it's best meeting like one-on-one in person and seeing how that conflict can be resolved.
And going off of that, in face of like adversity, I think it's good to be transparent with at least our staff, and try to see if anyone can bring some ways to overcome a problem, rather than like if it's something that we can't handle, it's too big, then open it up to our staff and see what we can do to fix that.
Okay, sorry. My question is, since you all are going to be seniors next year, how are you going to hold each other accountable, especially since it's a busy year?
So being the 3 seniors, and this is obviously you as opposed to previous years, but we are all confident within our positions and ourselves that we have learned to time manage, even though being our senior year, and then we also want to use this year to be a good year for mentoring other underclassmen that are going to be potential staff leaders, and then also just balancing that Kapwa is a priority and that this is our position that we decided to run for, and that we are very passionate about this organization. We want everything to run smoothly, and obviously just being very open, communicating with each other.
Yeah, I will say that we've all worked together in different meetings. Like me and Nicole were on cultural committee freshman year, you're on cultural committee sophomore year, they were both board reruns, and
We're also our class reps, so we've all worked together in different mediums or in ways. So we all know each other in our strengths and weaknesses, and we know how to hold each other accountable.
And also, we balance each other out really well. And I think we all would be willing to take a sacrifice if we know that if the job is too much, we can't handle it. We know how to take a step back and prioritize what we need to because we are sent in this position and we know we need to be responsible.
My next question regards Kapwa Staff. So this will be its 4th year in its existence, and it's continually growing, and it's something that is and things that needs to be updated. But in the essence of it all, Kapwa Staff was created to be some sort of way that we could present our Kapwa leaders in Kapwa and distinguish and take out that border between committee and board, because people tend to think there's a hierarchy, but in reality there's just different responsibilities that needed to happen. But there's a lot of negative feedback regarding Kapwa Staff. So what are your plans for that for the next coming year? How are you going to take it to the next level and improve on things that have happened in the previous year?
So to not have the idea of a hierarchy from e-board as opposed to committee positions, we want to be really transparent with our staff, saying that it does have these meetings every week. That they are obviously open to all staff members as well, and because of that, we don't want them to see that we're higher than another. Rather, we're all one here. But we really want to work. We really want to hear the feedback from them and see if there's anything that we can do so that they don't feel a certain way, or if that means that they're thinking this way because we're all sitting next to each other or something. We're all very social people. We're all very diverse. And of course, we've been a part of this organization for 4 years, so we know a lot of the members.
As for like practical ways, in order to like kind of break that border, we talked about implementing a binary system that we talked about at MFAS. Basically, Purdue has this binary system for each position, so we wanted to sort of start that to sort of get like a sense of where Kapwa Staff is right now and pass down to each position every single year. So future Kapwa Staff members can see where we've been, what has worked, what didn't work, and the paths we have to connect to. And we also want to start activity logs. So like for each staff position, we can track different numbers. So like the pros can track how many people have attended each general body meeting. Fundraising can track how much money we raised for this event for this branch, and we can come up with different numbers for each position and so.
Also, Maddie and I understand that we serve as the liaison between the board and between the committee heads. So we want to make sure that those who are in charge of the committee realize that we do care for them, we do want them to know that we're paying attention to them, we want them to be okay, and that we are comfortable and that we're all on the same plane. And we want to make sure that everyone's on the same
Carlene has one more question.
Okay, since you all are seniors, and I'm kind of thinking in the long run upon mentoring, so how are you going to mentor people, especially since when you leave, you're going to take
So, our constitution, we do understand that in order for someone to be a vice president, they must be on staff they must hold a committee position for at least 1 year. In order to become president, a person must hold an e-board position for at least a year. So with that being said, we do realize that there are underclassmen on our e-board this year And whether or not they choose to, whether or not they should show their interest of becoming our positions in the near future, we want to show them the ins and outs of Kapwa, like what you guys have shown us, the ins and outs of Saga, the ins and outs of like approaching certain situations and how to go about certain situations. Of course, we don't want to force any ideas upon them, and then if need so, to change the constitution, if a certain member is willing to attend all of our e-board meetings and showing that passion and drive for our positions, and we are open to that, but it's up to the members, it's up to the staff members. Interest.
Any staff questions? Charlie?
Okay, I don't know how to form this correctly, but like I remember you guys mentioned the staff outlook, how balancing like different committees, how one's not above the other. I guess like my question is, it's always been said that committee is the heart of Kapwa. That's what they were saying. So I guess how would you promote a certain committee? See, I don't know how to form this correctly. So like, especially we have a lot of new committees this year. Like, how would you promote the same amount of people going academics to the same amount of people going culture or advocates for community service?
So we think it's important to establish that all of the committee members and also the e-board members should promote all of the events that everyone should go to. We also want to make sure that everyone realizes that we're on the same team, and during like staff meetings, we want them to know that if anyone has ideas for another branches in their own, they should say what they should still say their ideas. Because we're all family, we should all be able to help each other. And so yeah, basically just making sure that everyone is still promoting events as much as possible. And everyone on staff everyone on staff should go to as many events as they can. And by experiencing those, try to
Any other staff questions? General body? All right. That's it.
I really like it. I was looking at it.
I want you to remember these questions.
No, I thought it was so long. I thought it was long. I really wanted to like.
Girl, what's it? Oh, is this on?
At 6:30 in Regis NPR. Between safety and this time it's just community specific positions. So come